Pokemon Day is right around the corner, and we'll finally be getting our first look at Pokémon Legends ZA. Hopefully, because if not, that would not be a good day. But I wanted to take some of these last few hours to share some of my speculation on what I think the starters of ZA are actually going to be. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I have a few solid guesses. I'm probably wrong, but speculation is all in fun anyway, so who really cares? And if you agree or disagree with my thoughts, please feel free to let me know. I'm really interested in hearing what you all think. And I don't really know how to segue into the meat of this video, so cool transition, go! A while back, I made a video where I shiny hunted the possible starters for Legends ZA, and I just went with the basic Snivy, Torchic, and Piplup trio, as that's what literally everyone else was saying it was going to be. And that was because people saw a lot of French inspiration in them. Snivy took inspiration from a manga series set in France, Piplup becomes Empoleon, which is, you know, Napoleon, and Torchic, well, apparently the rooster is a symbol of France or something. But looking back at the Hisui starters, I don't really think that makes a lot of sense. Sinnoh/Hisui is based on Hokkaido, which is a part of Japan. And while Samurott is a samurai and would fit in a Japan-themed region, nothing about Decidueye or Typhlosion really screamed Japan to me. But they got new forms, and those new forms are what helped them fit the Japan theme a lot better. So I don't think looking for French inspiration right out of the gate is the way to go. There might be one that has some French vibes to it, but whatever starters we get will likely have new forms that will better tie them into the French themes instead. And that's even if we get a trio of mixed generation starters. We could just get the Kalos starters with new Mega Evolutions. But I'm gonna have some fun and go through all of the starters to make my own trio. For Gen 1, I think we could safely cross them all out. They already have Mega Evolutions, so I think they'll be in the game, but I don't really see them getting a new form in addition to that, or being a part of a starter trio without the others. For Gen 2, Cyndaquil is crossed out because it was a starter in Legends Arceus. Chikorita and Totodile, though, are fair game. For Generation 3, they're all crossed out for the same reasons as the Gen 1 starters. For Gen 4, they're all in. For Gen 5, I'm gonna do something a bit controversial. I'm gonna cross them all out. I think there's at least some possibility that we get Gen 5 remakes or some form of a Unova game soon, and I don't think that we get one of the same starters across 2 games back to back. I could be, and probably am, completely wrong, but most ZA starter speculation I've seen has at least one Gen 5 starter, so at the very least I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit. But back to Gen 6, they're all crossed out. They could be the starters, but not mixed into a mixed generation trio. As for Gen 7, Rowlet is out for being a starter in Legends Arceus, Litten and Popplio are good to go. For Gen 8, they're all possible as well. And for Gen 9, they're all crossed out for being the latest trio of starters in Scarlet and Violet. So that leaves us with Chikorita, Turtwig, and Grookey for grass starters, Chimchar, Litten, and Scorbunny for fire starters, and Totodile, Piplup, Popplio, and Sobble for the water starters. Taking a look back at the Hisui starters again, there's something interesting to note. We have a starter from Gen 2, Gen 5, and Gen 7. Pokemon from the early, middle, and later points of the series. Likely so there would be familiarity to players regardless of when they jumped into the games. Cyndaquil is for the older fans of the OG Pokemon games, Oshawott for those who joined in the middle of the series, and Rowlet was the starter of the previous generation at the time for those who were new to Pokemon. So applying a similar thought process to the Pokemon we have left over, my official guesses for the Legends ZA starter trio are as follows. Chikorita, Piplup, and Scorbunny, Totodile, Turtwig, and Litten, or the Kalos starters themselves. And I know it's technically cheating to have 3 different guesses, but this is my video and I make the rules. But those are just some random thoughts I wanted to share before Pokemon Day. This video was kind of thrown together in a couple of days, so I apologize if it's a little rough around the edges. I was kind of doing an editing speedrun. Anyway, Pokemon Day is going to be interesting one way or another, and I'm certainly looking forward to talking about it a little bit more. So until then, I have been Doof, thank you all for watching, and I will see you later when we actually have looked at ZA. That's a weird thought, isn't it? Oh, it's about time.